This is the News Load.
Hello, I'm Carrie Ann Stevenson with Newsload, and we're here today with Sarah Smith. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, thank you so much for having me today, guys.
Oh gosh, it's lovely to have you. So, where are you right now?
I'm actually in BC at my home on Pender Island,
Okay. So, in the middle of nowhere.
in the middle of the ocean on an island.
Is there a grocery store there?
Yes, actually, this island, it's about a population of 2,500 people.
Okay.
And there is a grocery store and a home hardware, post office, gas station, pharmacy. You know, we have almost all the amenities of a larger area. But, you know, we're very close to Victoria and Vancouver. It's just a ferry ride away. So if you want something bigger and better, you can just go away on a ferry, and in 40 minutes up to 2 hours, you're in cities.
Yeah, and go visit our friends in the neighborhood, like Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. I hear they're in Vancouver.
Are they? Well, I should go knocking on some doors. Are they still married?
Yes. Well,
Wow.
they are a couple. I don't think they ever officially got the marriage license.
Okay. So they're just partners in life.
Yeah.
I'm
Are you
pretty much married. Not married, but I'm engaged. I'm an engaged woman, and very happy with my beautiful partner, Leslie. And we're just trying to figure out the best time in our lives to get married. So
And
that's
is
where we're
it
at.
going to be like a big thing, or is it going to be a small thing?
I mean, Leslie's never been married. This will be her first marriage. It's not my first marriage, and I want to give her everything she wants. So if she wants to go away and do a destination wedding, we will do that. If she wants to have a big friend wedding, we'll do that. If she wants to have 17 parties, we'll do that. Whatever she wants. If she wants to elope, we'll go and get married by Elvis. Like, I don't know.
In Vegas or something. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Sarah, if you need any help party planning or anything, please let me help, because it would be my honor. I know officiants that can dress up like Elvis, like whatever you need.
That would be awesome. My mom is also an officiant, so we would love to somehow use her in the wedding too, if possible. But she's in Ontario, so, we have a lot to think about.
Yes, lots of planning. And are we thinking 2023 or 2024?
We have no idea right now. 2023 is shaped up to be a pretty busy year, so we also will have some time that we could do a wedding too. We're just playing it by ear. No
Well,
plans yet.
So happy for you. I love when my friends are in love.
Yes, me too. Love is grand.
Yes. So I kind of want to start at the beginning, if you don't mind, of your musical career. Like, when did you start?
As a full-time singer-songwriter. So actually, like, as a kid, I was always involved in music, at church and in school and in theater and stuff like that. And I didn't actually realize that music was an option in a career. My parents sheltered me quite well, and I didn't know what to do out of high school. So I joined the military, and I went to Royal Military College. Yeah. And during my time there, my officer told me that, Officer Cadet Smith, I think you should quit and be a singer. So I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. You can be a singer. So yeah, I quit right away and joined a band. And so I was, I think, 21. Yeah.
21. Oh my.
Maybe even 20. Like, it was a long time ago.
But when I first met you, I believe you described your sassy voice was just sort of a natural response, like you screamed in too many soccer games kind of thing.
Pretty much. As a kid, I always had bronchial problems and asthma, and I was on all the sports teams, and I was like the number one fan, screaming and rooting everybody on. And I just always had this raspiness to my voice. And, it just stuck with me. I was scared at one point in my career when I first started. It was back in the days when you would play like every single night in a smoky bar, and then you would play matinees as well. And I was playing this ski resort in Blue Mountain. I remember after 7 shows in a row and then a matinee, I had no voice left and I couldn't talk or breathe. And I was like, I think I've ruined my voice forever. So I went to a doctor who told me that I had nodes and that I had to rest. And so then I hired a vocal coach who was none other than Brian Vollmer from Helix. And Brian taught me how to sing, and he taught me how to use my breath and how to focus my notes better and how to sing properly. My notes disappeared, and ever since I've been able to continue singing.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And with this vocal coaching and training and everything, is that what you recommend for new artists who are starting in the business to get a vocal coach, to get a coach and mentor?
I didn't know that I needed one. I didn't think I did. And, to be honest, I should continue with it now to this day. It's something that really helped me. It really kept my endurance as a singer. I don't know many singers that can sing every single day and tour as much as I tour and constantly have a voice. And my voice just keeps getting powerful and stronger. And I think that was because of the vocal coaching. So I recommend it highly.
Excellent, excellent. Do you have a favorite musician?
I really look up to women that have a continuous full career, like Bonnie Raitt, Melissa Etheridge, Sheryl Crow, Alanis Morissette. These women, they just continually expand and grow as humans and as musicians, and that's always been my inspiration, to just keep going. Just keep growing, expanding, getting better, and continually playing music. I love seeing women that are in their 60s or 70s on stage still doing what they do. It's just so inspiring to me. That's my goal in life, is just to continue.
Yeah. I loved an interview with Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones, and they asked him, I think he was like 23 at the time, just a baby. And they asked, what do you think you're going to be doing at 65? And he goes, hopefully retired. And he's the only reason the entire band has to go on tour now, because of all of his children. It's so funny.
Oh man, that is awesome. Yeah, that's so inspiring, don't you think? Like, just to continue a beautiful career in music. And as a woman, though, we do have different challenges than I think the guys out there. We change differently as we grow and as we get older. And so that's why I sort of tend to focus on the women in the business, because I like to see what they're doing for their health and fitness and how they're continuing.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I have to admit, when I heard Bette Midler was on tour again, who is, a comedic genius, but also an incredibly talented singer. You saw in her like breakfast television interviews that she was like, touring is exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting,
it really is.
To give your all on stage every night, trying to eat right, trying to sleep right, with the adrenaline at night. So, and then you have to drive, and then,
And on top of that, like, as an independent artist, we're not at the level where they're at, where they get treated like gods all day long. They have their fitness teacher or instructor on the road with them. They have their cook, they have their drivers, and they have their stylists. They deal with other things. Like, a lot of people want a lot of their time. Whereas we have to do a lot of the groundwork ourselves. We have to do the driving. We have to do the sound. We have to do the setups. We have to do the styling. We have to do the interviews. We have to stay sane and fit. And, we have to cook for ourselves. Mostly not. No, that would be bad. If I had to cook for myself, I'd be way thinner. I'm not a great cook.
But on the road too, it's just easier to go through the drive-through.
We don't go through drive-thrus per se. We really try to avoid those. But on the road, you get given catering at your shows. And a lot of the catering is really beautiful food and healthy and nutritious. And then we also get free breakfast at the hotels. So we usually have a wonderful breakfast and also a wonderful dinner. As long as we're playing shows, we're getting fed. So we only have to really feed ourselves in between breakfast and dinner. So you can choose to eat whatever you want. But most of the time, the guys in my band, we're eating salads and we're eating wraps and lots of vegetables, really.
But at the same time, because you're touring Europe and there's so many beautiful cheeses and pastries and cheesecake. I love cheesecake, Sarah.
Well, that makes it's easier for me because I try really hard not to eat. Like I'm plant-based. I eat plant-based. So cheese is not even an option for me anymore.
Oh,
And I know, but I definitely have tried all the cheeses. And before I was plant-based, I ate everything. I actually was eating the schnitzel. It's not schnitzel, it's called currywurst. And it's this thing in Germany that it's kind of like cut up hot dogs in curry sauce with fries, and they call it currywurst. And you get it at the gas stations late at night. It's really the only thing you can really get as a takeout food. And I remember one night I was eating this currywurst on the ride after the gig, and I was crunching into it, and I was like, "Oh, it's really like there's some grits in there or something." Anyway, I looked at my fork, and my fork was gone. I ate my fork. So that was not fun. There's a plastic fork in my intestines somewhere.
oh no, you're a turtle, Sarah.
Totally. Oh man.
God, that's amazing. That's a really great tour story.
It's
Oh
one of the PG ones.
my God. So you're recording right now?
Actually, yeah, I'm recording. I'm working with a few different friends and producers, and um, working with a studio out of Toronto. I'm working with a studio out of Germany. I'm working with a studio out of Vancouver and one on Vancouver Island. And I've got about 90 ideas, and I've sent all my ideas off to these people. I've said, just pick your top 10 or whatever. And they're all different. They've all chosen different songs that they like.
Damn it.
So
So that's 90 songs you got to work on now. God damn it, Sarah.
no, it's a really positive thing for me to say, oh, wow, like actually, I thought most of them, those ideas weren't workable, but some of the non-workable ideas trigger something in the producer that says, oh, no, this is going to be amazing. And it's great to work with other people. It's such a great part of collaborating that I love.
But it sounds like you now have a decade's worth of work ahead of you. Like throw out 10 here and then we'll do 10 here.
No, Carrie, do you know what's funny is that this is only since my last album release, which is really only a year and a half ago, maybe at the most. That's how many songs I've created since then. And here I thought I had done no creating at all, but I was, I guess, very busy in my creating.
Yeah, because you were coming up with ideas, and that's the start of writing, darling. That's,
Yes.
putting pen to paper. You have a microphone, obviously, and probably a whole fabulous setup. So,
Yeah.
you're goofing around and throwing the love out to your like 7 producers or whatever, and they're throwing the love back. And that's your community that you've gone global, Sarah. In Germany, I want to come on your tour someday and I remember when we did the show and I did stand up to open and I was terrible. Rock and roll and comedy, like it's a different audience.
It is a different audience, but Carrie, like as you and I both know, any audience is an audience.
Yeah.
And you can win over any audience as long as they're open to it. Like for instance, I'm going to tell you something. I went into a bar the other day with some friends, 5 girlfriends, and none of us are really into guys. Okay. Not that we don't like guys. It was just that our preference is women. And along comes, like we sit down, 5 seconds later, I look up and there's this guy in our face. And he is not getting the hint that none of us really want him around. But he broke us. He just kept working on us. And he was like, you're so beautiful. You're this, you're that. Let's hang out. You guys look like so much fun. And he just kept going at it until finally his audience was us. And we became his loving friends. And we were up dancing with him and partying with him all night. And, so any audience can be an audience.
You're doing mostly theaters right now, right? Like you're not backyard, singer anymore, ever?
I'm everything. I'm anything and everything. My goal is theaters and festivals and large stage bars. But I do everything. I still do backyard concerts, and I do Zoom shows, and I do really charity events, like anything that anybody needs. If I'm available, I'd love to help.
Well, I love your Zoom shows and I love your little YouTube video, music videos, from home and stuff. And even just, the talented music videos that you have, made in the past. I have to admit, when I'm feeling sappy, I throw on Reload over and over and over again. It's a good one. It gets my soul, man. Like, it's real. And being able to share that with us. Like, I've been a fan for over 10 years. But your global fans really enjoy your music videos and such, that are able to touch us when you're not able to be physically in our town to be able to come and visit. So please keep shelling out, even just the basic stuff. What was that one that you remixed? I can't remember. It's lost me, but I see you singing it and enjoy it. And it was just you, like, before pandemic. I think you were in maybe your bedroom and you just had your guitar and your phone, and it was just like eating dinner in the bathtub. Da, 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 da.
Oh, Tove Lo.
Yes,
Tove Lo.
yes.
Wanna get high all the time. I love that song.
I know. And you introduced me to that song, and then I saw the music video and I was like, oh, she's a little troublemaker. Oh, so like totally, you're introducing us to other people's music with your covers, but your original music, of course, is perfection. So thank you for all that you're doing for us.
Oh, thanks. It's my passion. Thank you so much. I feel like I need to do more. That's what I always feel like. I need to do more, but there's just not enough hours in the day. So, just got to do one day at a time.
That you are isolated in nature and, going on hikes. And I think you have dogs, right?
Yes, we have two dogs. We have a toy poodle named Carolina, and she's only 9 months old, and she's amazing. And we have a big boy. He's a black lab, Bull Mastiff Cross. His name is Braun. And he is 8 years old, and he's just the sweetest big brother to Carolina. I have become the dumbest dog lover on the planet. I love our dogs so much.
Yes, they really do become your life. They're so charismatic and charming, and the unspoken love that you have for each other. I know it and I love it. Animal love, it's real. And I'm so happy that you're in the middle of nowhere, just blossoming and growing for us. And I really want to thank you for your time. I know that, you're recording and doing so much other stuff, so I'll let you go. But when are you back in London?
I'm back actually in March and in February and in March. So February, I'm playing some shows with an all-girl blues band called the She Wolves of London. Okay. And we're playing a Valentine's Day dance and the Saturday of Valentine's as well in London. And then I'm doing some shows in March as well. A couple singer-songwriter shows, as well as London Beer Fest on St. Paddy's Day, which will be a blast.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to catch you for Beer Fest. That sounds amazing. Double fun, my favorite drink and my favorite girl. What's up?
That's awesome. Well, I hope to see you in person.
Absolutely. Giant squeezes and positive vibes, and thank you so much for everything that you do, Sarah.
Thank you, Carrie Ann.
This is the News Load.